what does the process of going through getting work visas and getting foreign employees into your company look like?
Okay, so it is quite an involved process. That's why I exist. That's why I help employers do this process. To summarize it quickly for your audience, essentially what the point of the program is, it's called the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. And the main goal of that program is to ensure that every employer that wants to hire foreign workers has done everything in their power, reasonably obviously, to try and hire a Canadian first. And they want proof of that. So part of that piece is advertising for the position in a certain way, interviewing Canadian applicants, providing a bit of a feedback or spreadsheet of who you've interviewed and reasons why you can't find a Canadian for a job. Just very reasonable stuff like that, right? It just takes time and you have to do it in the way that the government of Canada wants you to do it. So the first part of every application is sitting down with me or another licensed professional to determine, first off, what you need, not necessarily what you want. Okay, that's a big piece that immigration consultants have to do all the time, because I've had people come in and employers and that completely innocent. They think they need this. And they go, hey, I had a good example. It was a motorboat repair shop, and they wanted a marine mechanic. And after asking them a few questions, walking them through the day-to-day for this position, I realized that and informed them that they don't need a marine mechanic. They need a small engine motorboat mechanic. Now you might go, well, Justin, what difference does that make? It's just a silly title. Well, it's a silly title maybe, but it makes about a $15 an hour difference in terms of how much they had to pay. So that's the first part, determining exactly what you need as an employer, and then picking out the proper job or proper position for that. Then we need to determine what your wage tolerance is going to be for that position. And once we determine that, we can go to the government website and we can say, okay, this is the type of job that position that you want to offer. This is your budget. Let's see if we can find a match in the government system. Once we do, I help you design the ads. We post the ads in the required channels. We gather the applicants. We go through that process of interviewing them or not interviewing any of them. If their resumes don't look good, it's completely up to you as an employer. And then I help with filling out the rest of the paperwork. They'll ask you things like, what's your business number? What do you primarily do with the business? All of that fun stuff, along with the advertising results. And then we submit it for review by an immigration officer at the Government of Canada. There is an interview process. So think about it as in like you're applying for a job. It's funny how that works. It's like you're applying for a job, but you're the employer this time and you're being interviewed by the officer. And then I sit there with the employer as well, and I help with conducting the interview. Usually takes about 10, 15 minutes. And it's just to clarify a few minor details on the application. Sometimes there's not even an interview. Okay. Now all that goes off, and there's a lot more to it. I'm giving you like 100,000-foot view of it. Okay. There's a lot more detail in it, but that's all you see as an employer, right? And that's all you need to see. You're busy working on your business. You want to work on your business. That's where I handle stuff in the background. And that's why it's worth it to get a licensed.
Yeah, you have a problem, let me solve it for you. Don't worry about the details.
Exactly. And so if that all goes off good, then you get an approval for the amount of workers that you want. And then that is literally your ticket now to go to all of your potential foreign workers and your recruiting contacts overseas, if you have any, and start posting jobs there and recruiting workers. Now, to be very clear, I don't do recruitment. I just do the immigration consulting piece. I can recommend where you can go, people you can talk to. But what I like to do is I like to have the employer do the recruiting part, because, I mean, it's obvious. I can't tell you how to run your business, right? Who's the best person that knows how to run your business and how to advertise for jobs for your business. You.
Right.
You're the one who's going to qualify. You're the one who's going to vet the person, right? You're going to make sure they're a fantastic graphic designer. You're going to make sure they're a great food service supervisor because you have that expertise because it's your business. So they recruit the person, they find the person, then we engage them to get them a work visa, and here they are. They arrive in Canada and begin working for you for anywhere between 2 to 3 years, and with chance for extension as well. If they want to go for permanent residence or you need them for longer, that can be extended as well.
So to set expectations, how long does it usually take the process from engaging you until they get a worker?
So to actually have the worker on the ground working for you, you're looking anywhere between 6 to 8 months. Okay, and it's highly dependent on, of course, the government's workload. So how fast they're doing those temporary foreign worker applications, and then also the country that your worker's coming from. Every country has a different processing time for their visas, right? Because it's all done locally. So that will impact it. But generally, you're looking anywhere between 6 to 8 months. So it's a longer term investment, but the return on that investment over 2 to 3 years is phenomenal.